will summon him. From the silence of screams to the city of dreams, it's the dark ocean summoning. Come on, come on, come on. All right. Singles of river and the waves are skimming violent from different air. It's rising as a new beginning. I samurai from my field to the Oscar Save us all from a new frontier. It's rising as a new beginning. Alive. By name I will summon him from the silence of screams to the city of dreams. It's the dark ocean summoning. Come say your soul, I'll wake you and all. By name I will summon him. By name I will summon him. From the silence of screams to the city and just the dark ocean summoning. Answer your soul, awake you and all. By name I will summon. Ja, enquanto uma forma de remover o parasita e o apetite.
What are you doing? I'm alive, yes. Thank you for the concern. And speaking of,
Hmm.
how are we alive?
Kaki. Já ouvi, peraí. By name.
True. Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about. I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. Wait! Charging off by yourself sounds like a fine way to get killed. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way. My faith protects me.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Uh, no, no, no. Alright. By name I will summon him from the silence. Trains to the city, our train leaves the door. Ocean sun.
Something the matter? Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think? Easier's often less interesting. Besides, we've plenty of reason to rely on each other already. You can't confide in just anyone about a monster in your head. Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well. We haven't gone all that far yet. What are you referring to exactly? I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course. Home. Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible. Let's just say it's a very personal, very private acquaintance. Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. We've no solid leads right now, though. We'd best get hunting. If you discover anything that might help us, I'm all ears. I must admit, you've been a surprise. And not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises? There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
By night I will summon him in the silence of springs to the city. Dreams that are ocean.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
E nós todos remamos com o borrifo de águas no pescoço, e nós todos remamos com o borrifo nas águas nas costas, e nós todos remamos com o mar debaixo dos pés, e a rainha das profundezas acalma a tempestade. Mãe da onda, mãe da onda. onda nos açoite na proa, mãos da onda, mãe da onda, nós pedimos para valejar a sua saída, se você permitir. Mãe da onda, não nos afundes assim de decidir. Mãe da onda, nossos bens são seus para serem preenchidos com maresia e areia. Alma, alma erguidas e âncoras paradas, o vento não vai se mover, se a rainha das profundezas não quiser. Vamos esperar pacientemente, anos e dias, até a rainha das profundezas trazer as ondas. Ei, oh, ela nos falou, ei, oh, ela nos falou. By name I will summon. Sai, eu te amo. Pronto, eu disse, se você me encontrar amanhã, direi de novo e de novo e continuarei dizendo isso até ficarmos velhos e grisalhos. Então vamos lá, vamos a Baldur's Gate. Eu sei que é arriscado, mas ficar aqui também é. Os últimos meses foram difíceis, mas são sempre um pouco mais fáceis quando você está por perto. Deixe seu barco e me encontre na colina com vista para a Ponte Velha. Traga tudo o que conseguir carregar. Daremos um jeito de o restante. Não se atrase. Com amor, Anna. And she's dead. By name I will summon him. From the silence of streams to the city of dreams, it's the dark ocean. I'll stay with you by your side. Would you? Sabendo que deixei de raro precisa ir a Baldur's Gate para cumprir uma missão para a sua deusa, embora os detalhes de missão sejam desconhecidos.
More of those wretched things.
Those wretched.
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance, or this will be a short fight. Moving.
No choice but to keep going. On my way. Where do I go from here? Still breathing, despite everything.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect. Wits and blades always sharp.
No time to rest.
A welcome rest.
Agora estou a ouvir Critical Role eles a jogarem basicamente o que eu estou a ver. Às vezes.
Hello? Hurry. I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? There. Can you see it? Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need him alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod? Don't lie to me.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to
É,
the
a
worm.
narradora
The light, the fear.
não é uma personagem. Pelo menos até que eu saiba, se calhar, até
What's
pode
going
dizer. Nunca vi o jogo de início ao fim, só vi pedaços. Por isso, talvez. Mas eu acho que não.
I saw into your mind. They took you. Just the same as me. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Estou a fazer duas gameplays porque eu já deixei tanta coisa que poderia mudar. Eu estou a fazer uma que é mais ou menos mau e outra tentando. Este é o meu segundo personagem, que é o XF2. Yeah.
My. You've been
E estou a
busy.
seguir tipo o guia para
So, did you
conseguir
learn anything about these
ter acesso a
worms
todas as quests.
while wandering the ship? No. Of that much we can be certain. These worms are already affecting me. I can feel it. Now, what to do about it? Well, getting out of here for a start. Then finding anyone who knows about these worms. I need an expert. Someone who knows how to control these things. Well, yes, of course. But first things first. I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't a bad idea. Safety in numbers, after all. And I hate to turn down an invitation. All right. Maybe I'll see you there. Good luck.
Good luck.
Do you mind? Well, hello. What can I do for you? Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious. Darling, I thought... Lead on. What a day.
That would be considered a aggression to mine that. With pride. It's complicated.
There, a mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. You can't move, can't think. Thinking is mercifully done for you. It will be a joy to serve, to die for it an honor. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. You try to break through, but its mind is impenetrable. With a last surge of defiance, it slaps your efforts away. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body, you can provide.
What in the hells? Get away from that thing!
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate.
I realize this.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
No one's stopped me yet.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
anyone? That's it! Go on! Keep pulling!
Por acaso, uma das melhores coisas que este jogo tem, o casting principal, o grupo principal. Eu acho que este jogo se inspirou muito nisso com o Mass Effect. O grupo principal ser todo bem fixe, com personagens bem credíveis, bem construídos. Não, não é. Mas podia bem ser, porque a complexidade, tipo, de quantidade de consequências que estas decisões têm neste jogo dava para acreditar que era feito pelos mesmos. Só que no Mass Effect tu tens tipo a cena que te aponta, és uma boa pessoa, és uma má pessoa. Aqui o jogo não te diz se és má, se és boa pessoa. Tu é que decides o que estás a fazer.
Apologies. I didn't exactly memorize my cephalopodian banishment spells last night. Wasn't the best prepared for an attack by squid. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well. Whoa! Easy does it. You really, really don't want to do that. Not a threat. Just an observation. Much obliged. Besides, I suspect the real villain here is one we have in common. Back on the ship, you two were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. Were you not? The insertee we speak of, this parasite? Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them. And it looks like we're both starved for answers. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together? Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor. Salutations.
Never a dull moment.
When I fall sick, for this war alone.